Chosen one, this is why God kept you single all this time. Listen closely, because what you are about to understand is not random, and if you ignore this moment, you may miss something deeply personal that was meant only for you. I did not keep you waiting without purpose, and I did not allow loneliness without a reason. Every season you spent alone was carefully designed, not to punish you, but to prepare you. You thought you were being overlooked, but in truth, you were being protected. Right now, I am revealing to you why this had to happen, and why your story is about to change in a way you did not expect. Type Amen to affirm. I kept you single because I needed your heart undivided, your focus clear, and your spirit strong enough to carry what is coming next. You were not ready before, not because you lacked love, but because you had not yet fully understood your worth. I watched you give too much, trust too quickly, and settle for less than what I intended for you. So, I stepped in quietly, not to take something from you, but to save you from what would have broken you. What you called delay was actually divine protection working behind the scenes. There were people you desired, connections you thought were meant to last, and moments where you felt something slipping away from your hands. But I saw what you could not see. I knew what they carried, and I understood how it would affect your future. So I closed doors you begged me to open, and I removed people you wanted to keep. Not because I ignored your prayers, but because I answered them in a way you did not yet understand. I was preserving your peace, even when it felt like I was taking away your happiness. If this is touching your heart right now, take a moment and like this video, because your agreement with this truth opens the door for what is being released into your life. You wondered why love felt inconsistent, why people walked away, and why nothing seemed to stay. But what you did not realize is that I was refining your standards. I was teaching you not to accept what looks good on the surface but carries emptiness inside. I was training your spirit to recognize depth, truth, and alignment. Because where I am taking you, you cannot afford to be connected to someone who does not understand your calling. I kept you single because I was building you into someone who would not lose themselves in love, but instead grow within it. I needed you to learn how to stand on your own, how to heal your own wounds, and how to find peace without depending on another person. Because the kind of love I have prepared for you will not be built on need, but on strength. It will not be based on fear of being alone, but on the joy of choosing each other freely. There were nights when you felt forgotten, mornings when your heart felt heavy, and days when you questioned your worth. But I was there in every silent moment, shaping you, strengthening you, and guiding you. I was teaching you patience, not to make you suffer, but to make you steady. Because what is coming into your life requires stability, clarity, and a heart that is no longer desperate, but deeply grounded. Type 1111 if you believe. You see, if I had allowed certain relationships to stay, they would have distracted you from your purpose. They would have drained your energy, shifted your focus, and pulled you away from what I am calling you to do. I could not allow that, because your life carries more weight than you realize. You are not ordinary, and your journey is not casual. There is something greater attached to you, and not everyone is meant to walk beside you. I kept you single because I needed you to discover who you are without noise, without pressure, and without compromise. I needed you to face yourself honestly, to grow in ways that only solitude can teach. Because when the right person enters your life, they will not complete you, they will align with you. They will meet you at a level where you already know your value, your direction, and your identity. What you are stepping into now is different from anything you have experienced before. This is not about repeating cycles or chasing temporary feelings. This is about divine alignment, about connection that feels peaceful instead of confusing. You will not have to question where you stand, you will not have to beg for clarity, and you will not have to shrink yourself to be accepted, because what I am bringing into your life will recognize you fully. So do not look back with regret, and do not carry bitterness for what did not work out. Every closed door was intentional, every delay had purpose, and every moment of waiting was shaping something inside you. You were not left behind, you were being set apart. And now, as you stand here, stronger, wiser, and more aware, you are closer than ever to what I have prepared for you. Because when the right connection comes, you will not be guided by emotion alone, but by discernment that has been sharpened through experience. This is why your waiting was necessary, because what is real requires clarity, not confusion. There were times you almost rushed into something just to escape the feeling of being alone. You thought any connection was better than none, and you were tempted to accept less just to feel something again. But I held you back, even when it frustrated you, because I saw the outcome you could not see. I knew that settling would cost you more than waiting ever could. So I allowed you to feel that emptiness, not to hurt you, but to awaken you to your own standards. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. What if a tiny 7-second brain ritual could erase your debt and open the door to real abundance? A leaked CIA document has revealed a simple 7-second method now helping everyday people get out of debt and draw in wealth. Tested by 4 leading neuroscience labs, this easy home practice is turning money problems into better lifestyles. People are getting new homes, cars, and travel experiences. But this information could be removed at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. I kept you single because I needed you to break old patterns that were quietly shaping your choices. There were habits in how you loved, how you trusted, and how you gave that needed to be healed before you could step into something lasting. You were attracting what you had not yet healed from, and repeating cycles that were never meant to continue. So I paused everything, not as punishment, but as intervention, because I will not allow you to walk into a future that mirrors your past when I have something greater prepared. You must also understand that timing is not just about you, it is about the person I am preparing for you as well. Just as I was working on your heart, I was also working on theirs. I was shaping their understanding, their maturity, and their readiness to meet you at the right moment. Because if I had brought you together too soon, neither of you would have been able to hold what I am building. What I am creating is not fragile, it is meant to last, and that requires both hearts to be aligned. There were moments when you compared yourself to others, wondering why their lives seemed to move forward while yours felt still. You questioned why relationships came easily to them while you remained alone. But what you did not see is that their journey is not your blueprint. I am writing your story differently, with deeper intention and greater care. Because what I am preparing for you is not something temporary, it is something that will stand through time. You were being trained to value peace over excitement, truth over illusion, and depth over surface. I was teaching you that love should not feel like a struggle for attention or a battle for understanding. It should feel like alignment, like calm, like something that brings clarity instead of confusion. And until you understood that, I could not allow you to step into what I have reserved for you, because I needed your expectations to change before your reality could change. Type 1010 if you walk by faith. I know there were nights when you questioned me, when you wondered if I had forgotten about your desires. You felt like your prayers were unheard, like your longing was invisible. But I heard every word, and I felt every emotion behind those prayers. I was not ignoring you. I was protecting the version of you that would one day thank me for this season. Because what you thought you needed back then is not what you truly need now. You have grown, even if you did not notice it while it was happening. You have become more aware, more grounded, and more selective about what you allow into your life. You no longer chase what drains you, and you no longer ignore the signs that once led you into pain. This growth is not small, it is everything. Because now, when love comes, you will not lose yourself in it, you will remain whole within it. I kept you single because I wanted your identity to be rooted in me, not in another person. I wanted you to know your worth without needing validation from someone else. Because when your worth is clear, you will not accept anything that diminishes it. You will not stay where you are not valued, and you will not tolerate what disrespects your spirit. This is the foundation I needed to build before I could trust you with something greater. And now you are stepping into a new awareness, one where you begin to see why things unfolded the way they did. The confusion is slowly turning into clarity, and the pain is beginning to make sense. You are no longer asking why it happened, but what it was teaching you. This shift is important because it shows that you are ready to move forward with wisdom instead of wounds. What is coming into your life will not feel rushed or forced. It will come with a sense of calm that you have never experienced before. There will be no need to chase, no need to convince, and no need to question where you stand. Because what I bring into your life will come with certainty, not confusion. It will feel right, not because it is perfect, but because it is aligned. So release the weight of your past and let go of the need to understand every detail of what has already happened. Trust that everything was working together, even when it did not feel that way. Because now you are standing at the edge of something new, something that reflects the growth you have gone through. I have been guiding you into a place where your heart is no longer led by impulse, but by understanding. This is the place where real love can finally take root, because it is not built on illusion, but on truth. And this truth is what will protect you moving forward. You must recognize that your season of being single was not just about waiting for someone else. It was about becoming someone who could receive what is meant for them. There were parts of you that needed healing, parts that needed clarity, and parts that needed strength. I could not bring someone into your life while those parts were still fragile, because it would have created imbalance. So I allowed time to do its work, and I allowed solitude to reveal what needed to change. This was not absence, it was preparation, happening in silence. Type 222 to receive blessings. I kept you single because I wanted to protect the vision I have for your life. Not every connection that feels good is good for your future. Some people come with hidden weight, with intentions that do not align with your purpose, or with limitations that would hold you back. You could not always see that clearly, because your heart was open and your intentions were genuine. But I saw beyond the surface, and I refused to let you attach yourself to something that would eventually pull you away from your path. Could a CIA-revealed brain ritual be the quickest path to a life of luxury? Newly uncovered CIA research has exposed a powerful brainwave method that is helping ordinary people attract wealth almost immediately. This 7-second at-home ritual, verified by 4 neuroscience labs, is shifting people from debt to dream houses, cars, and trips. If you are seeing this, you are fortunate because this page might be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments to learn the secret before it is gone. There were moments when you felt tired of being strong, tired of waiting, and tired of carrying your own emotions without someone beside you. You wanted comfort, presence, and understanding, and it felt like those things were always just out of reach. But in those moments, I was strengthening your foundation. I was teaching you that your peace does not come from another person, but from within. Because if your peace depends on someone else, it can be taken away, but when it is rooted inside you, it remains steady no matter what. You were also learning how to recognize what love should not feel like. You experienced confusion, inconsistency, and moments where you questioned your own worth. Those experiences were not meant to define you, but to teach you. They showed you what you cannot accept again, what you must walk away from, and what you deserve instead. This awareness is a gift, even if it came through pain, because it will guide your decisions from this point forward. Type 555 to affirm. I kept you single because I needed you to build a relationship with yourself that no one could shake. I needed you to become comfortable in your own presence, to find joy without depending on someone else, and to understand your own value deeply. Because when you know who you are, you do not lose yourself trying to be loved. You do not change your identity to fit into someone else's expectations. You remain grounded, and that is what creates a healthy connection. There is something else you must understand, something that may change how you see everything that has happened. Some people were never meant to stay in your life, no matter how much you cared for them. Their role was temporary, even if your feelings were real. They came to teach you something, to reflect something back to you, or to help you grow in a specific way. And once that purpose was fulfilled, they had to leave, even if it hurt. This is why I closed certain doors so firmly, why no matter how much you tried, things would not work out. It was not because you failed, it was because I intervened. I could not allow you to build something on a foundation that would not last. I could not allow you to invest your heart in something that would eventually break you deeper. So I ended what you could not end yourself, and I carried you through the aftermath. Now you are in a different place, even if you are still healing. You are more aware of your patterns, more careful with your energy, and more intentional with your choices. You no longer chase what does not choose you, and you no longer ignore what your intuition is telling you. This growth is not small, it is the reason you are ready for what is coming next. Because readiness is not about time passing, it is about transformation happening. What I am bringing into your life will not require you to abandon everything you have learned. It will not challenge your worth, and it will not force you to question your place. Instead, it will meet you where you are, and it will respect the person you have become. This connection will not be based on confusion, but on clarity. It will not feel like a struggle, but like something that flows naturally. But you must remain patient a little longer, not because I am delaying you, but because I am aligning everything perfectly. There are still final pieces falling into place, still details being arranged that you cannot see yet. Timing matters more than you realize, because even the right person at the wrong time can create unnecessary struggle. I am ensuring that when it happens in a way that supports both of you fully. So do not rush ahead of me, and do not lose faith in this process. You have come too far to doubt now, too far to question what I am doing. Everything you have experienced has led you to this point, and nothing has been wasted. Your patience, your growth, and your endurance have all been part of this journey. This is the result of everything you have endured and everything you have learned. You are no longer searching in the same way, and you are no longer driven by the same urgency. Instead, you are moving with awareness, and that awareness is what will protect you from repeating what once hurt you. I kept you single because I needed you to develop discernment that cannot be shaken by emotion alone. Before, you felt deeply, but you did not always see clearly. You were willing to believe the best in people, even when the signs told you otherwise. Your heart was open, but your boundaries were not strong enough to guard it. So I allowed experiences that would open your eyes, not to harden you, but to help you see truth without illusion. Type 1010 if you trust God. You must understand that love without discernment can lead you into places where you lose yourself. It can make you ignore what matters, excuse what should not be tolerated, and hold on to what should be released. I could not allow that pattern to continue in your life, because it would have led you further away from what I have prepared. So I slowed everything down, and I made you pause. That pause was not emptiness, it was protection, working in ways you could not yet understand. There is also something deeper that you need to see now. The loneliness you felt was not just about the absence of someone else, it was also about discovering parts of yourself you had not faced before. When you are alone, there is no distraction, no noise, and no one to fill the silence. You are left with your thoughts, your emotions, and your truth. That space is uncomfortable, but it is also where real growth happens. Is it actually possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial hardship into sudden prosperity? A leaked CIA-backed study introduces a short money ritual that is already changing lives. Approved by 4 neuroscience labs, it retrains your mind to pull money toward you. People who were once struggling are now living their ideal lives with luxury homes, new vehicles, and travel. But this information may not stay online. Click the description and comments now before it is permanently removed. In that quiet, you began to understand your needs more clearly. You started to see what you were missing, not from others, but within yourself. You realized that some of the love you were searching for externally was something you needed to give yourself first. This realization is powerful because it changes how you approach every future connection. You are no longer seeking someone to complete you, but someone to walk beside you as you continue to grow. Type 1111 if you believe. I kept you single because I wanted your next relationship to come from a place of strength, not from a place of emptiness. When you are empty, you accept what fills the space, even if it is not right for you. But when you are full within yourself, you become selective. You choose based on alignment, not on loneliness. This is the difference between temporary connection and lasting partnership. You may not realize it yet, but your energy has already changed. You carry yourself differently, you think differently, and you respond differently. You no longer give immediate access to your heart, and you no longer ignore your intuition. These shifts may feel small, but they are the reason your future will be different from your past, because the version of you that exists now will not allow what you once tolerated. There were also lessons about patience that you had to learn, even when it felt frustrating. You wanted things to move quickly, to feel certain, and to have clarity without waiting. But I needed you to understand that what is real does not need to rush. It unfolds naturally, at the right pace, and with the right foundation. Because anything built too quickly often lacks the depth needed to last. I kept you single because I was aligning your life with something that requires stability, not urgency. The connection I am bringing into your life will not feel chaotic or uncertain. It will not leave you guessing or questioning your place. Instead, it will feel steady, consistent, and clear. That is how you will know that it is different from everything you have experienced before. You must also release the belief that being single meant something was wrong with you. That thought has held weight in your mind, even if you did not always express it. You wondered if you were lacking something, if you were being overlooked, or if you were not enough. But that was never the truth. You were not lacking, you were being prepared. And preparation often looks like delay to those who do not yet understand its purpose. Now you are beginning to see things from a different perspective. You are starting to recognize that everything you went through had a reason, even if it was painful at the time. You are connecting the experiences, the lessons, and the growth in a way that brings clarity. This understanding is important because it allows you to move forward without carrying unnecessary weight from the past. What is ahead of you will not require you to go back to who you were. It will meet you where you are now, in this stronger, more aware version of yourself. You will not have to lower your standards, silence your voice, or ignore your needs. Instead, you will be able to show up fully, without fear of losing yourself. That is what healthy connection looks like, and that is what I have been preparing you for. So, continue to trust this process, even when you cannot see every detail. Continue to move forward with the understanding that nothing has been wasted. Your time, your experiences, and your growth have all been leading you here. And as you take each step, you are getting closer to something that reflects everything you have become. I kept you single because I needed you to learn how to trust without seeing everything in front of you. Before, you wanted certainty before commitment, clarity before movement, and guarantees before opening your heart. But real faith does not work that way. It grows in the unknown, it strengthens in the waiting, and it becomes unshakable through experience. What you went through was not just about relationships, it was about teaching you how to trust me, even when things did not make sense. Type 1212 to claim miracles. There were moments when you felt like giving up on love completely, when it seemed easier to close your heart than to risk being hurt again. You told yourself that maybe it was not meant for you, or that it would always be complicated and disappointing. But even in those thoughts, I was still working within you. I did not allow your heart to fully close because I know what I have placed inside you. You were created to love, to connect, and to experience something meaningful, not something broken. I kept you single because I was restoring your ability to love in a healthy way, not a way that drains you, not a way that leaves you questioning yourself, but a way that brings life, peace, and growth. I needed to remove the fear that came from your past, the hesitation that formed after disappointment, and the doubt that settled in after things did not work out. Because if those things remained, they would have affected everything that comes next. You must also see how much stronger you have become emotionally. You do not react the same way you used to, and you do not hold on to things the same way either. You have learned how to step back, how to observe, and how to make decisions that protect your peace. This strength did not appear overnight. It was built through every experience that tested you, and now it is part of who you are. Type Amen to affirm. Have you heard about the secret ritual the government does not want people to know? Imagine if just 7 seconds could clear your debts and bring wealth effortlessly. A leaked CIA report and 4 top neuroscience labs confirm this is real. Families who were struggling are now moving into dream homes with peace of mind. But this secret could be taken down at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. I kept you single because I needed your strength to match your heart. You already had the ability to love deeply, but you needed the strength to protect that love. Without strength, love can be taken advantage of, misunderstood, or misused. But with strength, love becomes something powerful and balanced. This is the version of you that is ready for what is coming, someone who can love fully without losing themselves. There is also something important about the way you see yourself now. You are no longer looking for someone to validate your worth. You are no longer measuring yourself based on whether someone chooses you or not. Instead, you are beginning to understand that your value is already established. This shift changes everything, because it means you will no longer accept anything that does not reflect that value. The connection that is coming into your life will meet you in this understanding. It will not challenge your worth, it will confirm it. It will not confuse you, it will bring clarity. And it will not require you to prove yourself, because it will recognize you as you are. This is the difference between what you experienced before and what is ahead of you now. I kept you single because I was protecting something sacred, something that cannot be rushed or forced. The kind of connection I have prepared for you requires both timing and readiness. It requires two people who have gone through their own journeys, learned their own lessons, and reached a place where they can come together without bringing unnecessary weight. This is what I have been aligning, even when you could not see it. You may still feel moments of doubt, moments where you question if this will truly happen for you. That is natural, especially after everything you have been through. But do not let those thoughts take control. They are echoes of your past, not reflections of your future. What is ahead of you is not shaped by what has already happened, it is shaped by who you have become. Now you are standing in a place where everything is beginning to make sense. The delays, the endings, and the silence all have meaning now. You are no longer looking back with confusion, but with understanding. And this understanding is what allows you to move forward without fear. What is coming next will not feel like a repeat of your past. It will feel new, different, and aligned with the person you are now. You will notice the difference in how it begins, how it grows, and how it feels. There will be a sense of ease that you have not experienced before, and that ease will bring a kind of peace that confirms you are on the right path. So continue to trust, continue to grow, and continue to remain open. You are not where you used to be, and you are not moving backward. You are moving forward into something that reflects everything you have learned and everything you have become. I kept you single because I wanted to be your first source of strength, your first place of peace, and your constant presence. Before, you were searching for those things in people, hoping they would give you what only I can give fully, and when they could not, it left you feeling empty and disappointed. But now you are beginning to understand that your deepest needs were never meant to be carried by another person. They were meant to be rooted in something eternal, something unchanging. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. There is a reason why your growth feels different now, why your perspective has shifted, and why your heart is no longer chasing in the same way. It is because you are no longer operating from lack, but from awareness. You are not searching for someone to fill a space. You are allowing the right connection to meet you where you already stand. This changes everything, because now your choices come from clarity, not from emotion alone. I kept you single because I needed you to break free from the illusion that love must be difficult to be meaningful. You once believed that struggle, confusion, and inconsistency were normal parts of connection. You thought that if you just tried harder, gave more, or stayed longer, things would eventually work out. But that belief was not aligned with what I have for you. Real love does not require you to lose yourself, and it does not grow through constant pain. You have now reached a place where you can recognize the difference between what feels intense and what is actually right. Intensity can be misleading. It can pull you in quickly and make things feel important when they are not stable. But what is right will feel steady, even if it grows slowly. It will not create chaos in your life. It will bring balance. This understanding is one of the greatest gifts from your time alone. Type 222 to receive blessings. I kept you single because I was removing every false idea of love that you carried, every expectation that was shaped by past experiences, every belief that was built on what you saw or went through had to be cleared. Because what I am bringing into your life does not match those old patterns. It is not built on uncertainty, it is built on alignment. And for you to fully receive it, your mindset had to change. Now, there is something important you must hold on to as you move forward. Do not allow impatience to take you out of alignment. Do not rush into something just because it appears at the right time. Continue to use the discernment you have developed. Continue to listen to that inner voice that has been guiding you, because just as I protected you before, I am still guiding you now. The person who will enter your life will not come with confusion or mixed signals. You will not feel like you are guessing their intentions or questioning their presence. There will be a natural clarity, a sense of understanding that does not need to be forced. This is how you will recognize that it is different. It will not resemble the patterns you have already outgrown. Why is this 7-second CIA ritual spreading so quickly everywhere? Recent CIA leaks have revealed a strong brain ritual that triggers an instant flow of wealth. This short technique, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, is rapidly transforming lives. From heavy debt to dream vacations, this could be your path to abundance. If you are seeing this, consider yourself lucky, because the page may disappear soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted. I kept you single because I needed you to become someone who does not settle, someone who does not ignore what matters, and someone who does not compromise their peace. You have reached that place now, even if you are still growing. You are no longer willing to accept what drains you, and you are no longer afraid to walk away from what is not right. This strength is what will protect your future. You may still carry small pieces of doubt, small fears that try to remind you of what did not work before,